I think I think he wants to go to Sao Paulo. Yeah. Oh, okay, absolutely, I will then. For sure.
90 or 70?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Well, I don't know, just because they want to do it, because they're hoping it doesn't, they're hoping that it doesn't, because it was a bit more police. And that's another thing why, because it went to.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Hello, look who's coming. I am now an owner. Right. Welcome to the season.
We gotta sign in.
Yes,
Do we
please.
sign in?
Yeah.
You have to tell me what
You
to
can
do.
sit down. Well, why don't we pass it around rather than making everybody line up? Let them all sit and then sign.
Do we have your proxy? No.
You have the proxy.
No, I did not receive it.
I turned it in.
Oh, okay.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Oh, okay.
I love your dress.
Oh, thank you. So when did you
Yes.
get
The
that?
project was much really. You know the handrails in the hallway, we were going to go with the silver.
Steve, thank you.
Yeah, of course I remember.
When you put the laminate here and put the laminate here, what's happening is
I don't know what was
No, we don't, but we have a line of credit, which
Yeah,
we not
but
already
this,
touched.
what
But
you
the-
did here has nothing to do with that ordinance.
But essentially, just to.
Essentially.
Well, there was water damage that came in through the doors, that is part of the claim. So, yes, the
There are
carpet was
things that
damaged by the
are-
hurricane, the walls were damaged by the hurricane.
Right.
So whenever you do an insurance claim, if you damage some of the walls, the rest of the room has to be done. So technically, it will fall
This is a
under.
demonstration
the
of
scope
Wirecast.
And
No,
yeah, that's what I mean.
technically, your deductible is gonna be met by just getting less money. Let's say your claim is 8 million.
Right, so they'll give you 7.
They'll give you 7, and
We spend it
essentially
anywhere
you're gonna
we
spend
want.
only 7 instead of coming up with the millions.
Okay.
That's what we're trying to
In
do,
the
as
end, we
cheaply
spend
as
7.5
possible, in as cost effective.
But if
manner
in
as
case, for
possible.
whatever reason, you do need to raise the $1 million, which is
there's there-
doubtful, you have the line of credit to do that.
We have the line of credit to do
Why
that.
don't
We have to take an assessment, we make an assessment.
Against the insurance company.
The total amount yet, we don't have a,
We don't have an exact amount because there's so many different.
there's tests,
We have an amount.
evaluations.
It's sizable.
What's, give me the number.
Well,
We don't
from
have
the
an
attorneys don't
approved
want us to
amount.
broadcast, it says we're broadcasting, but I can tell you after.
So you don't know what you're, or you can't
No,
say.
it's,
what
no, I
you're-
know.
Let me
Okay.
finish, please. So
This
you
is a
can't say what you're
demonstration of
really asking
Wirecast.
for? Or you can't tell us what you're asking?
No, we can when we stop broadcasting.
It's a camera
We're
right
live
there,
streaming
there's a camera
right
there,
now.
we stream the meeting, so he doesn't
I'm
wanna say
streaming the
that
meeting, the
before
attorneys
we
are
go.
like, just watch what you say in the meetings.
Because
We're in the middle of a
anybody
claim.
can be watching.
We could definitely tell you right after.
Okay,
well, thank you, because I was just.
Yeah, there's
trying
there's
I
no
was just trying to
secrecy.
understand the metrics of how you're working the numbers to do all this.
Without doing an assessment.
How much is our line
This
of
is a
credit?
demonstration of
Oh, so we
Wirecast.
got $1 billion line of credit, got it.
And to your point about the liability, that shows on the balance sheet. It's not in the 2019 operating budget, so you don't have to account for that in the budget, which we're about to approve. Okay, that's a balance sheet item. It'll show that you have the line of credit and then any expense against it.
But I guess, just to see if I share the same concern, I guess what she is concerned is that we're gonna pay interest on that line of credit, no matter what.
This is a
what interest we're gonna pay
demonstration of
interest. Interest
Wirecast.
is not on the budget.
Right, and normally,
There's not a line on the budget or in the budget for interest on the line of credit, and 10K, whatever it is.
and normally when you have a line of credit, especially with an insurance claim, you would pay the interest only with the line of credit.
Okay.
So it all accumulates onto one line of credit.
Okay, one more, what's the timeline on the insurance?
The timeline on the insurance or
Are
the?
they paying when, what? I mean, the hurricane was over a year ago.
This is a
And every
demonstration
other
of
building on the beach, I
Wirecast.
just wanna say it again, all my friends that have apartments in buildings on this beach have all been assessed in an apartment my size between $30,000 and $48,000.
But
I'm
we're
just,
not there.
no,
We're
what I'm,
here.
I
We
understand.
wanna know what's here,
Yeah.
not what's there.
What I'm saying is.
I don't wanna know about your
Okay,
friends.
because we haven't been assessed,
Yeah.
Right.
we have this line of credit and money is coming in. I'm just saying that lucky for us, we haven't been,
Yeah.
okay?
This is a
But
demonstration
Just
of
to-
but
just
the
to put-
thing is, the buildings really
Because
run
I
down.
don't really like
in
what you
our
said.
section, all the baseboards are up. The carpet
Erica,
is
is it
horrible
not being
stain.
done now?
It's really.
The work
but
is,
is it not
the work
being
is
done
starting,
right
but
now?
I can tell you, there's a lot of associations that filed claims after Hurricane Irma that still are not even near where you guys are in terms of the settlement. They're just being put off and
That
put off
doesn't
and
change
put
the
off.
question,
Excuse
what's
me.
our time frame? I mean, do we have, because we keep on seeing.
So from November
the dates
1st,
like,
yeah.
You know, next week,
Of
next week.
Wirecast.
next
So
week.
November 1st was a deadline
Which is-
that we had to decide if the insurance company was gonna offer us a settlement, or we have to say, look, we have all of this credible
Yeah.
research and evidence, that we're gonna go to appraisal right now. So at that point, it's almost like an arbitration type thing.
So they have 30
So
days.
that's where we're at right now.
So you're saying that we decided to go to arbitration?
No,
November 1st?
no, they
Best.
have 30 days from the day
This
they
is a
get it.
demonstration of
30 days.
Wirecast.
It just
There-
says November
yeah,
1st,
no.
November 1st is the best.
November 1st was a deadline that the attorneys kind of said, look, we're back and forth with the insurance company. Some they agree with, some they don't with our claims. They said, okay, attorney said November 1st was the deadline. We're gonna write to them, here's our number. Do you like it? You don't like it? Doesn't, bottom line, you have to come back with something now. So now they come back with something and it's what's going to appraisal. It's not arbitration, I keep saying that, but it's appraisal and it's a.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
But Mark, isn't it that the insurance company gets it on November 1st and they have 30 days to respond to us? That's what I was trying to say. They have 30 days to respond to us and then it goes.
I think we should move on to the budget and then stop the streaming and continue this conversation.
Yeah.
This attorney's waiting for him to text me and say, shut up.
I just read, so November 1st is the deadline.
It was.
Are we
So
all
let's
agreed
hold
it's
off.
not gonna be, we'll have a number from them on
This is a
November 1st.
demonstration of Wirecast.
So let's hold off on those questions until after the budget.
Well, answer you right after, yeah, it's answer
So,
you right after.
are there any questions regarding the proposed budget?
I don't know anything about it, it's the first time I'm seeing it.
You have a maintenance increase of
Zero.
So you're flat.
Flat, same number.
No
for everyone.
increase, that's a good thing. Any questions about the budget before we approve it?
We went through it pretty, diligently. And
This
the-
is a
and the only thing to make
demonstration
it
of Wirecast.
keep the same, we said, okay, so there's a little more plumbing involved and a little more other utilities and some fixing we gotta do, so instead of funding it 40, we said let's fund it
I
30,
have a question
which is
about
fine,
plumbing.
because if we have to
Are
do
we
work in
allowed
this
to
building,
do
we're gonna have an
that?
assessment anyway. Better to have an assessment than you throwing money into a kitty that we need much more at, if we have to get an assessment.
All right, so regarding the 2019 approved budget, do we have a motion to approve with partial funding?
Motion.
Dawn moves, the second.
Oh, second.
Francis?
This is a demonstration of
So-
But I
Wirecast.
question, okay, so the.
Oh, wait, let's finish the motion.
No,
All in-
it's the budget.
Oh, okay.
It's the budget. So the order machine in the lobby costs over $1,000
For the year,
for the year.
I think it's like, less than
no.
$100 a month?
Oh, yeah, it's about $100, I'm sorry, yeah, it's $1,000 for the whole year.
We've had it for we had a trial thing for a month or two, the cent in there.
3 months.
And everyone's like, all right, it's not that big a part of the
This
budget.
is a
Better
demonstration
than
of
mustiness and
Wirecast.
the doors being
Yeah, I mean, the
open, so
budget
we kept it.
increased by like $900 on the order.
Okay,
I prefer
I
to
mean,
smell
I was
musty
just,
and
I
dingy.
couldn't.
Yeah, it was
believe
nothing
how much-
astronomical.
But because originally the order was just for the garbage.
They changed.
Yeah,
That's a
but every
different thing.
time you walk in here, all you smell is musty sewage. That's what I smell.
Okay, but see, it wasn't explained why it went up that much, and then somebody said.
But all you had
"The
is,
machine."
again, one email, and we said, yes, it's
This
because of
is
the
a
machine out there.
demonstration
Yeah.
of
The other
Wirecast.
thing is, okay, the people that are, you hire, the landscaping people, they come now every month and they snip, snip, snip in the front. They're ruining the bushes, they're ruining the one by his office there, they are totally ruined. It doesn't do us any good to have those people snip around if we don't turn the water on, and we need them down on the lot, not here. You need to stop them, they cannot go around the building and snip.
When you
the
say
bushes.
need them on the lot,
You
need
need to
them-
go to
This
Mario's
is
Right.
a
house.
demonstration
Oh,
of
okay.
Wirecast.
What, in the birch lot to do what? They go back there.
No, water, she's saying about.
Oh, water, well,
No.
okay.
The front of the building is the most
So
important
they-
part, that's where we look at. So now we have this landscaping company that comes and chops out bushes, they don't put water on it, and the bushes are dying. and
No,
it's
that's
looking
our job, is to turn on the water, because we don't have automatics for
So your job is, if you notice it, go and tell Mario during the week
No,
and
it's
and
just,
nail the board and let
demonstration
them
of
know and they'll follow
Wirecast.
up with you.
Wait a second, doesn't Mario do that automatically?
That's what it is.
If somebody notices something wrong, their job is to go to
No,
Mario
it should
and say it's
be
wrong.
part of the weekly, maintenance schedule for the staff.
Yeah, but
Well, he's-
anyway, you need to stop those people snipping in the front.
We spoke to them twice already, so it's the first time I'm hearing that they're not letting them grow.
Well, if you
you
don't
know-
water it, it's not gonna grow. You have to water it.
No, not so much the
they-
water,
they
she's
are
saying they
getting
grow
water.
and then they
I had a
come too
meeting
short.
today. They're
This is
getting
a
worried.
demonstration
They
of
were a little brown
Wirecast.
today because of the wind that we had last week.
No.
Okay.
It's been going on for weeks. I told Lister and Lister said I cannot reach the.
So that's when we saw your email, I'm like, why is Lister turning on the?
Yeah,
Right,
listen,
it's
listen
not
is water
Lister's
the two
job,
pot
it's
plants.
not-
in
I
the
think-
front
No
door.
one said that it was.
Nobody else.
What I wanna
seems-
understand, and our friend Frank does the same thing, and I don't mind saying it, he'll tell me and I'll get it done. Go to Mario, he's the point guy. If you talk to Victor, if you talk to the new guy Juan, he's like, well, I have 6 things I gotta get done for Mario, you're taking me away from that, when he should be the point guy.
Shouldn't that be in someone who works there, the schedule, like one of the shallow?
Mario would know what the scheduling is for that is, you know?
Long
For
and
the
short of the
maintenance?
story is
For the-
tell
Just to
Mario.
turn the water on.
For the turning on the water.
You don't fix it,
So-
let him tell him.
Yeah, Victor waters the plants. Every other day he turns on, they're already.
He does not.
So the budgeted number for landscaping is 4,500 for the year, to answer your question. So are there any other questions regarding the
This is a
budget?
demonstration of
I see that you got
Wirecast.
$7,000 down here for plumbing. Now, I don't know, what's gonna happen, if $7,000 will cover it, but we do have a problem where we get hot water out of the cold water faucets in my bathroom. And this year, I did not have the problem. This year, I have the problem. Last year, I fixed my shower, the diverters declared to eliminate a problem. Now I got a problem. I spoke to Mario about it, he said, we're
This
looking
is
into,
a
we're gonna get a
demonstration of
plumber.
So I actually had the plumber come in today.
Hey, okay, I was gonna say, what?
I had the plumber come in today, he went and looked at our system. He went and looked, you know, we were trying to avoid bringing an engineer in because it will cost a lot more money. But the plumber told me, please let me know what the stacks are. I told him it was the A stack, we had some problems. And some problems also on the B stack. Oh, I'm sorry, the F stack. So he's looking into checking the valves, checking the pump to see what it is, because some units get cold water, some units get hot water. You guys are
This
getting
is
the
a
hot water,
demonstration
right?
of
Yeah.
Wirecast.
Which, you get the hot water, what's your unit number?
I'm in E.
You're in E, see?
Yeah. What's
A
happened?
and
What's your unit number though?
16.
16
What
now.
happens in high rises is the hot and the cold, the valves don't separate it.
And they
It all
commingle.
stays hot. And it's happened in other buildings too.
Yeah.
It's not unusual.
Is there a solution? Have you ever
When
seen a
you say
solution
the
to it?
valves, what do you talk, what valves?
The hot and cold valve.
Yeah, I know, what valves, where?
They're in different units. What happens is if they don't shut off in the
This is a
hot and the
demonstration
cold.
of
So there's
Wirecast.
a problem in individuals or units that have to be
Chuck, have
isolated
you ever seen it get
to
fixed?
fix the problem.
Yeah, you basically have to get an individual to, have their valves adjusted or so that they shut off. and they'll-
Individual
Can I
valves?
answer,
Yeah.
how are they gonna know that the problem is in their apartment versus somebody else's?
I have another high rise that I'm in and they found my valve was doing it.
Well,
And I didn't even know about it.
Well, last year I had a problem,
This
I
is a
knew it wasn't.
demonstration of
or
Wirecast.
son, we fixed it, we were getting cold water out of the cold water faucet. Now, this year I come here, getting hot water out of it, so I know it's not my
So-
problem. But somebody has to say, yes, it's your problem, it's a building problem, I get.
So it requires for the plumber to really look into it, as Chuck was kind of informing us. But I am working on it. I had him in here today and he's coming back tomorrow. I am working on it, okay?
Okay.
The budget is more for all the sewer lines that we need to replace throughout the
Demonstration
building.
of
Right.
And we
Wirecast.
did fix a few with the diverter, right, the shower diverter?
Yes, we did.
So
We did.
the showers at hot water,
We
cold
took
water,
that.
so that, we fixed a
did
few
that.
with
We did
that,
that
so it
last
fixes
year.
some,
Okay.
and then others are still having issues. Whatever happened with Champagne getting the engineer? I remember we talked about it.
The question is whatever happened to Champagne, because I haven't heard from them or anything else.
He
Matter of
talked to
fact,
me.
I've had our plumbing come in a couple of times. 'cause
All right, so you got another guy.
They're definitely a lot more reliable. They've been working on a lot of the AC
Okay.
units and,
This is a
I mean, the
demonstration
best
of
we can fix that, because it's been
Wirecast.
going on for a year, I know that.
yeah.
Whether some get fixed and others come up, I get it.
So, I think,
So we have a motion to approve, we have a second.
Hold on, I have one more thing.
Okay.
I am sorry, I'm going to open a really bad can of worms.
Does it have to do with the budget?
Yes. So you guys sent us the wrong budget from Shore Club, all right?
Oh, yes.
And here, Shortlock, their management service contract is $26,000.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
But their burden, their payroll
Right.
burden is much higher.
Which is what we
No,
wrote you in the
our
email.
payroll burden and theirs are compatible. So I don't know what in the world, so what's our contract with Castle? Does it get renewed every year? How
Yes.
does that work?
Yes.
And what's our contract? What do we pay Castle?
We just reduced your management fee,
By $3,000.
25 or $3,000.
yes.
Yeah.
And we also.
This is a
held up.
demonstration
we
of
also-
Wirecast.
I don't know if I
2
should
years?
answer.
You
I
did
don't know if I
it
should
or
answer.
we did it?
Oh, you don't wanna say it? Okay.
Well, Mark asked for it,
Okay.
all right, and we accommodated his request.
So do we have like a contract with you that gets renewed every year?
Yes, and that's
And-
reflected in the revised
But you know,
contract.
$20,000 is a lot of money between their budget and our budget. I mean, honestly, I didn't realize. I was shocked when I saw it. And everybody else should be shocked here.
This is a demonstration of
No,
Wirecast.
But they have more staff members and the burden rate is higher. You have to understand that you're not gonna find that in that number in Shortlock. You don't
That's what
see
we-
that. It's
yeah,
not
that's what we
broken out.
wrote you.
Well, it's listed management services contract,
Yes.
okay? And we have 44,500. And theirs is 26,000, and it stayed the same.
But the service that they provided were the same.
That's
Management fees
what
and
I
management
don't
fee.
know,
Because
and
I
I didn't-
charge management fees for my clients.
Right,
There's some
but-
clients that I charge
This is a
10,000.
demonstration of
35,000, because
Wirecast.
I manage more of these
Right,
clients.
but I
than that.
think
Are they
somebody
comparable?
should look into this. I
Just
would
trying
like
to
to,
get
it
I
right.
would
Yeah,
like
yeah.
to know, is it getting
Compare.
negotiated every year?
Yes, as a
You
matter
know?
of fact, it's also, we waived some of the
we were
requirements
just-
in the contract for insurance claims and.
Line of credits.
Lines of credits, which apply
Then we would've
seriously
got
to
a
you
percent of
guys.
the minimum.
and We've,
Okay,
And a percent of
then
we've
that's
waived
what you
those,
said, you
which is
said that
typical
last
in
time.
contract
that
management.
Did I?
This is a
Yes,
demonstration
we did
of
that. I
Wirecast.
remember that, so that's the $3,000, but you know, look at our payroll, you took 2 of our employees and put them under Castle, but our payroll went up $30,000. We lost 2 employees and our payroll
Went up.
went up $30,000, and we have
We
2
have the
less
same amount of
employees.
payroll. We have the same
So
amount of
it
people.
doesn't make sense.
We have the same amount of people. What are you talking about?
Look at it, the payroll general was 222,
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
And now it's 258, 259, 260.
Still-
And I was told by you just now,
Yeah.
to my answer, why are we paying $20,000 more than Shore Club? Okay? So then you said it's because 2 of our employees are now employed
Not,
by
you're
Castle.
talking about the management fee.
Right,
We have 3 under Castle.
all right, but you said they are now under Castle, but our payroll went up $30,000
This
anyway.
is a
Take care of our
demonstration
people
of
up here for a long
Wirecast.
time. Everyone complains.
We have 3 people on payroll.
No, 2 people.
We have Mario.
No. That's Castle.
Mario's on Castle?
Yeah.
You mean 44,500 pays Mario and Castle?
no.
No, there's no pay.
No, she's right.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
all falls onto that
what-
GL.
Margaret said.
There
Are
is
we talking
no
about the
pay.
management fee? We talking
No,
about
she's talking about the
Mark.
payroll.
Both
Payroll
things.
general-
There's just a management fee, which I guess is for the company only. I guess
Yeah,
the
payroll general
confusion
covers
is,
everybody.
if Mario
Every single
is
employee.
Castle, is
Payroll
Mario
general
listed as
is not every
payroll?
employee?
It includes, us, the Castle
Yeah,
group
which is
employees
strange.
and season employees altogether.
But it's strange, right, because we don't pay,
No, it
it's
includes
not
this stuff.
payroll, it can't be.
Doesn't
Listen,
include all, because you have a
Charles?
separate security.
And Charles,
Oh, and Charles, yes.
yeah.
No, it includes everyone.
Yes.
That's what I,
Yeah.
right. Okay. So what we were saying originally was that 3 of these the people on payroll are under Castle's. They're not
This is a
seasons on our
demonstration
season's
of
payroll.
Wirecast.
Hence,
Right.
You're not answering.
hence the
But
payroll
our
burden.
payroll went up $30,000 and we lost 3 people.
I have.
No,
But we didn't lose
they're
3
saying
people, we had
that
the same amount of people.
It
No,
doesn't
but
matter
she-
if they're paid by
no,
us
she's
or
saying
by Castle,
we're not paying
they're on
the
that line.
people here,
Right,
why
but
did
we
it go
have
up? That's what she's
a
asking.
contract
Well,
service
it
number
becomes
for
that
Castle,
price.
and we have a The
Okay.
management service.
No, that's the price.
So if you look at your budget, if you go down 3 lines from your payroll went up, but your
This
payroll
is a
taxes went
demonstration
down.
of
Right,
Wirecast.
Okay, so wait, let me explain. Let me
No, it's
explain.
not wrong. It's not.
So
They
when Castle takes over the employee, in the burden is
We don't-
Taxes
the
and everything.
taxes, unemployment insurance, all that stuff. So it offsets. So you used to pay 25,000, it's going down to 10. So there's a $15,000 difference. Okay?
These are contractors.
So that offsets.
Instead of being our employees, which we pay salary and taxes, they're contractors.
Yeah.
We pay fee,
Alright.
which
Yeah.
includes salary, tax, benefits, and
Wirecast.
everything.
All right.
What is strength could be clear if we had 2 lines. One for our
Well,
employees,
what, yeah.
weekly taxes for our employees,
I
and
mean,
one
if we
for
wanted-
We could break it down.
contractors.
We can separate it like that,
But
it's just a
the
question.
sum
yeah.
should be the same.
Yeah.
That's the other thing I had, the payroll taxes is a percentage of the dollar figure. And I thought, how can the payroll
yeah.
taxes go down from 24,000
Because-
to 10,000? That
That's
was
right.
my
Paying
next
it.
question.
And we just
And we answered because we're not paying
That's
it.
right,
And-
because we're
and it
putting
does not make
contractors together.
sense. And I didn't realize that, but technically, I would like somebody to look at our council contract, what we're doing, all right? Because it really, if the payroll
we
goes
did.
up 30,000.
Every year, actually, and this one, they conceded a lot,
But,
Hello.
then it was
see,
fair.
if you take the managed service contract,
Yeah,
if they took on 2 of
This
our
is a
employees,
demonstration of
that number should
Wirecast.
have gone up over last year, and the payroll number should have gone down.
you wait, you're
No.
talking about a management fee, has nothing to do with the employees.
Yeah.
The management
All right.
fee does
But
not
it takes into
include that.
consideration
All right,
how
so
many
I was
employees are
told
under
by
their
you
contract.
In your rebuttal, when you answered back, when I said, why do we pay $20,000 more than Shoreline? You said, because Castle is paying for 2 of our employees.
No, that's not what I wrote at all. At all.
All right, let's take this offline and.
Yeah, that's not what I said, or you misread it.
We'll take this offline.
Do the question, I agree we should answer.
I mean,
the question.
$20,000
Yeah, and he
is a
doesn't
big
need,
number.
our contract
You know.
with Castle broadcasted too. We try to be
I mean,
transparent,
the
but there's
short-
some things that
the
gotta
short
be kept
up
under
is
wraps.
not-
Yeah, but we need, Erica, let's just wait until let's finish budget meeting, and I agree they should answer.
But
the
this is
question.
part of the budget meeting. Once you guys approve it, there's no discussion over it, it's approved.
But then-
But $20,000
Here, are we done with that?
We need, we have a motion to approve, we have a second, all in favor?
Aye.
What are we doing? Why are we?
Hold on.
No, we can still talk, but I don't wanna broadcast the wrong.
So, motion to adjourn, we will now adjourn the budget meeting. Motion to adjourn,
Yeah.
and.
Second?
And 6:41, so now the meeting has adjourned, and